Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to find the perfect sensitivity for you who play on linear. I made a settings video a week ago showing you guys the best settings that I would recommend for Legacy, but I wanted to make another video on linear showing you guys the recommended sensitivity, kind of the suggestions that I give to help you guys find the best sensitivity for your playstyle. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 2,000 V-Bucks. So if you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, and as well leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the giveaway. So if you guys want a chance to win 2,000 free V-Bucks, make sure you guys do enter the giveaway. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I want to give you guys my suggestion on the best linear settings to use, what I would recommend, so you guys can find the best sensitivity / settings to help you win a lot more games, to win a lot more gunfights, and just the best settings for the overall playstyle. Because when it comes to sensitivity or the settings that you use, it really depends on the playstyle that you have and also what the sensitivity you like. Because personally, I played a lot of Call of Duty, so I just like a lower sensitivity. I think I play more on like an average now, but I really liked it on a little bit lower. I like to play like kind of a slower AR type of playstyle where I focus on a lot more long range. So a slower sensitivity I really liked, but then I also had a lot of friends who did prefer a higher sensitivity, and for me, that wasn't what I preferred, but for them, they really did like it, and it felt very comfortable for them. So of course, for settings, it's going to be different for everybody. But if you do feel like you want new settings, I'm going to give you guys my suggestion on some on about the numbers you should stay between, and just kind of give you just the best suggestions and references possible to try to find the best settings for you. So when it comes to your building and editing sensitivity, I would recommend going in between about a 1.8 and a 2.2 for both building and editing. You can have really any number in between that, but based on what I've seen from other, I guess, pro controller players or very, very good players, they usually stay in between that range between the 1.8 and 2.2. I do happen to have a little bit higher edit mode sensitivity than building. My edit mode sensitivity, I usually play on a 2.1 and my building is a 1.9. But like I said, you can go up to 2.2, maybe even 2.3 for editing. I feel like that's just a little bit too quick for my taste, but whatever works for you, whatever you like. But I would recommend trying in between those two numbers, 1.8 to 2.2 on both editing and building. That's what most people that I've seen play on, so I guess that works the best for the majority amount of people. And so going down into my advanced look sensitivity, so here I have my X and Y sensitivity. I play it on a 48 on both, and because I play on linear, I prefer to have a very consistent X and Y sensitivity, so both on the same number. Of course, some of you guys might like a little bit different, but I really do like to be as consistent as possible. So I would recommend having anything from maybe a 45% all the way up to like a 55, maybe even 60 if you really like the higher X and Y sensitivity. I would really recommend between like 46 and like 52. That's what I've seen most people between around the 50 mark. I prefer just a little bit lower at a 48%, but some people might like a little bit lower, like a 45. I feel like that's just too slow, but if you really do like it, just go for it. Whatever feels the most comfortable and feels the best. But I really wouldn't recommend going too high with it. Otherwise, your shots are really going to be all over the place, and you're not going to be able to be very consistent, especially when you're talking about range and you're talking about flick shots. I mean, sometimes it's going to be a little bit difficult, especially if you play on lower frames. If you're on 60 FPS and you're playing on like a 65%, I mean, it's just going to be very difficult to hit consistent shots, and it's just not the best move in my opinion. So I would really recommend in between like a 45 and a 60 at most. I would say more like 55 in between that range. Of course, I just have all the boost off. I'm not a fan of it. Some people have a little bit on some of them, but I just have none. And so my ADS sensitivity is a 14 on both. I would recommend in between. I've seen people as low as like 9. I would say the lowest you should go is like 12% to maybe like a 20% or so, maybe 22. I prefer to be on the lower end. A lot of people that I talk to that play on linear as well like to play on that lower end, because it's just when it comes to those range shots, it's just not very easy to hit. So you want to play on the lower side when it comes to ADS sensitivity. So a 14% works good for me. You can try 16 around that range. It would be very good. So really give this a try, because you don't have it too low, because if you do have it too low, what can happen is if someone's right next to you and you want to aim down your sights, you're not going to be able to look left or right quick enough, because when it comes to legacy or you play on exponential, your targeting sensitivity is going to have a pretty strong. It's really strong for tracking, meaning that you don't get the auto rotation immediately when you look down, but if you're already hovering over the target, it's going to be very strong. So if you play on too low of a sensitivity, you're not going to be moving over enough. So you want to make sure you have at least strong enough to where when it comes to close range that you're able to at least look back and forth, and also low enough that when it comes to range, you're still able to hit your shots without being all over the place. And the next setting is going to be the look dampening time. And I really do like this setting. I made a whole video on it because I just thought it's honestly the greatest thing ever. You can try anything from maybe like a 0.13 to maybe like I wouldn't really go above 0.17, maybe a 0.2 at most. And if you guys don't know what this does, literally just jack it all the way up and just throw it in your settings. And it's like an extra dead zone in a way, where it doesn't allow your analog stick to register right away. I don't know if that's the best explanation, but if you just put up the setting, you'll know exactly what I'm talking. You'll feel the difference right away, and you'll know what I'm saying. But I really do like having it on like a 0.17 or 0.15. Just having that little bit of delay is very helpful, especially when it comes to the long range shots. I feel like I'm a lot more accurate, and I'm able to hit shots from that distance a lot easier, because otherwise my shots are just all over the place. And so putting on a little bit of a delay really isn't too bad, and I honestly recommend it. I think it's very, very good. So I would give it a try and really just see what feels the best. So I'd recommend between like a 0.13 and maybe a 0.18. But if you don't like it, of course, you can just turn it off. But I really do recommend trying out a little bit, maybe just putting a little bit of a look dampening time on. And so the last thing I wanted to be talking about real quick, and I got asked a few times, and that's if I do play with controller vibration on. Of course, this doesn't affect you if you play keyboard and mouse. But of course, this video wouldn't even affect you if you play keyboard and mouse, because this is about linear. So when it comes to controller vibration, I used to play with controller vibration on for the longest time. I mean, back in the old COD days, for as long as I can remember, back when I used to play on PS3. A lot of you guys know I play Xbox. But I used to play on the PS3, but, I gotta say, I like the Xbox controller better, so I played on Xbox for the longest time. But I did use controller vibration quite a bit. I really did like it. I really didn't see too much a problem with it. But I think it was around Black Ops 3 times, which, that was still like so many years ago. I actually turned it off. I've heard that it might, because it really does make sense. Like, if you're in a gunfight and you're going against another player, especially if they're really, really good, having vibration off can mess up your aim a little bit if you're trying to go for a shot and your controller starts vibrating, or whatever the case may be. It can honestly mess up your shot a little bit, so I would honestly recommend trying to take it off. And it's one of those things that's really, really weird at first. And even now, when I had controller vibration on, I was playing like a single. I think I was playing like Rise of the Tomb Raider or something. I was playing a single player game, and I had the vibration on, and it felt super weird. And it's like the same thing when you first turn it off, because if you've been playing with vibration on for years or even months, and you finally take it off, man, it's just gonna feel super weird, super strange. And the best way to get over that is just give it a try. You have to at least give it a few days, because trust me, the first day or two is going to feel so uncomfortable, so weird, but then you get used to it. And personally, I like it a lot better. It probably even saves battery life for those guys who have batteries. On my Elite 2 controller, I have the rechargeable battery, so I don't have to worry about it. But I don't know, it might even save battery life too. So you got two advantages. So it saves battery life, and it really helps you out, because I can even see it now, because if I'm getting shot from multiple directions, my controller's vibrating all over the place. And if I'm trying to hit a shot, concentrate on hitting all my shots, flick shots, my AR shots, and my controller's constantly vibrating, usually it's going to make me mess up my shots. I'm going to be shooting all over the place. I'm not going to be able to hit the target that I want to hit. So that's just my opinion on having controller vibration. So I recommend turning it off. But like I said, it will feel a little bit weird at first, but you'll get used to it, and I like it a lot better. And with that being said, that's a wrap up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys found this video helpful, make sure you guys do drop a like. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you guys do turn on my post notifications so you guys are notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.